Instant core stability. I know it sounds a little too good to be true, but if you do these three things in the correct sequence, you can drastically enhance your stability. And what I mean by that is your ability to protect your spine when you're doing things like bending over, lifting things, carrying things, lifting weights. The things that some people do when they throw out their back or tweak their back. So this video is really intended for those people that sometimes injure their back lifting, bending, and carrying things. What this video is not, and this is really important before I get started, it is not about aesthetics and how to get ripped abs, which has very little to do with core stability or spine protection, and it has nothing to do with how to hold a plank for the 5-minute plank challenge or anything like that, because that doesn't have much to do with a healthy spine either. So the three things to enhance your core stability that you could pick up right now at the end of this video are, we're going to learn how to put your put your pelvis in the perfect position that helps to reduce the forces on your low back. I'm going to teach you how to naturally decompress your low back with a certain breathing technique, and I am going to teach you how to brace, kind of tighten those muscles, stiffen those muscles around the better pelvic position and around this decompression technique. So let's start with the position of the pelvis, because that becomes the really important thing. So a lot of people are walking around with one of two things. They're either walking around with some degree of their pelvis kind of falling forward, and when they do that, usually they've got these chronically tight muscles. They're the people that are like, oh, my back's just always so stiff, my back's always so tight. So they're either here, or it could also be something called a rib flare, where they kind of like almost have their chest up too high. Everything's up here. Now I'm exaggerating. Most people aren't quite this much. But they're jamming the joints of their spine. They live in a state where their joints are always jammed together. So what you're going to want to do is put your spine, your pelvis, in this particular position. It's called a posterior pelvic tilt. So we are going to cinch up. You're thinking about bringing your pubic bone right here up, and your rib cage here down and connecting. Now notice, I didn't like crunch and roll forward. I still somewhat stayed tall and upright in my spine. So I was kind of here. I cinched it up. Now this next trick, it's gonna sound a little weird, but it works really well. If you're having a hard time getting it, because for some people this is hard. This is this brain-body awareness. What's he talking about? I can't quite get it. You're gonna pretend you have a tail. All right, you've got your tail. Your tail's gonna go in between your legs, and it's gonna come right here. And you're gonna hold that tail, and then you're gonna pull up on it. And you'll notice that pulled me this way here. Now I'm exaggerating it a little bit because I really want you to see it. You don't necessarily have to exaggerate it that much, but I just want you to see this cinching up. What this does is it reduces those back muscles, those low back muscle forces, and it kind of takes the jamming pressures off of those joints of your low back. So you've got this down. So there's your step one. Step two, I said decompress your spine with a deep breath in, or breathing technique. When we take a big breath in, because we've got this diaphragm muscle, it's this big parachute-shaped muscle right in through here. When we take a breath in, the diaphragm goes all the way down, and when we do this, it pressurizes our midsection. It pressurizes inside our spine. And when it pressurizes, we put force going this way and this way. So kind of going like this. Well, especially the force going this way, what that's going to do is, in a certain sense, kind of lift up on your spine and decompress your spine. And that feels good for your spine. Again, that even helps to go a step further in taking those forces off those low back muscles and off of those joints. So the deep breath in is really important. The third thing that you're going to do is you're going to brace and stabilize. And we're going to put all this together in a second. A brace is not, here's what it's not. It is not navel to spine. We're not doing Pilates. We're not like sucking in. A brace is as if somebody is about to karate chop you right in your stomach. Your natural tendency wouldn't be like, let me suck in my stomach. Your natural tendency would be, let me get tight. Another thing that you can think of is if you purse your lips and you blow out really fast, it just kind of gets tight. Now, can you keep it tight? And don't worry so much about these front stomach muscles here. Like, yes, those are important, but those are going to happen naturally. It's more these side stomach muscles. Can you be relaxed? And then just tighten up. Can you press out into them and make those tight? That is your brace. And when you do these three things in this order, and it's going to take a little bit of brain training, you might not get it right off the bat, I would encourage you to practice this repeatedly, especially if you are that person that I'm making this video for, and that is that person that tends to throw their back out easily. You don't understand it. I just bent over to pick something up. I did these little tasks. I picked my kid up and I throw my back out. This video is for you, so practice these three things. So let's kind of go over all of these three things together, and you can follow along with me. So it is the, bring this up, big breath in, and then tight. That is your stable posture, your stable position. That's the position that now you can take that with you. Anything from picking up your kids, to doing your deadlift, to doing your squats, which are things, maybe work out with somebody. If you do have a tendency to throw your back out a lot, don't go run right into a deadlift and a squat. But this is the position, the posture, and the stability that you want to be able to reproduce on your own when you're doing these activities or tasks that sometimes throw your back out. So I hope this clarifies a little something about core stability, how to protect your spine. If you did get something out of this, either give us the thumbs up, like our page, subscribe to our page, and especially leave me any comments.